Of course I moved out to the desert. I had to put all of that behind me. I couldn't face the thought of those bears in my neighborhood anymore, me being in their neighborhood.
Years ago, a story came out. We've all heard it, about a little girl, a cabin in the woods, and a terrifying encounter for all parties involved. Well, the family that shared their story received no small amount of fame, recognition, and sympathy for what they'd been through, while the identity of that little girl, as well as her side of the story, remained shrouded in mystery. So today, our team for Storybook Investigations has located that little girl, now a grown woman, and she would like to set the record straight.
Yes, I've heard the story. The word on the street all these years is that I'm some kind of breaking and entering felon or something. Come on, I was 7 years old.
And so in your book, you say that you'd gotten lost and you were just looking for help.
I had a great childhood. I loved to play outside. I was outside at any chance I could get. And I especially loved to walk into the forest. And there was one day when I just kept exploring and I was eating blackberries and they were so delicious. And I just kept exploring and walking a little further and further into the woods. And all of a sudden it was getting a little dark. And I looked around and I didn't know where I was.
But you did break in.
Breaking in, I knocked on the door.
Hello?
I knocked on the door. Nobody answered. I knocked again. Nobody answered. There was a sign right out front. It said welcome. So I thought, hey, they obviously want people to come on in. The door wasn't locked. I opened the door. I walked in. I saw a chair. I sat down. It was kind of soft. I sat in another chair. It was kind of hard. I sat in another one. It was pretty good, but then it broke. I found some food to eat. Some of it was kind of hot. Some of it was cold. It's all porridge, and finally I'm going, well, okay, I'll settle for this. And I got sleepy after all of that. And so I went and I took a nap. And when I woke up, there were these big fangs and bear claws all around me. Rah, 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 get out of here. We're going to call the cops on you. And I ran. I got out of that bed so fast. And I just ran. I ran down the stairs. I ran down the front door, out the front door. I ran all the way back to town. And then something just snapped in my brain and I just kept running. I don't know how long I ran for, but when I finally stopped running, I was miles away, miles and miles away. And I couldn't remember anything about who I was or where I was before. Luckily, in this new reality that I was dropped into, people didn't ask too many questions. They just said, poor kid, here, have some gingerbread. When I got a little older, I saw this sign for a hypnotherapist. And I thought, wow, maybe he can help me to put together the missing piece of this big jigsaw puzzle.
So as an adult, you were of course aware of the story. You'd heard of the story, but never had any idea that it was you.
Yeah. When I realized that it was me, and when I finally got all of the memory back of that stupid afternoon, I was angry. I was so angry, and I felt so misunderstood, and I knew somehow I had to set the record straight,
And so how's life now?
It's good. Life is good.
You're married?
Yes, I'm married. I'm married to somebody who also used to live in the woods. His name is Lobo, and I changed my name to Mrs. Wolf when we got married.
So I guess we can consider this storybook closed then?
I'd like to have my happy ever after with Lobo.